Good afternoon, Cougar football fans, and welcome back inside Lovell Edwards Stadium on the beautiful Brigham Young University campus in Provo, Utah for a Saturday matinee as the BYU Cougars take on the T-Birds of Southern Utah in an FBS versus FCS showdown. Create twins left and right. The hand clap, the number high snap. Keaton settles in the pocket and throws complete to Lassiter. And there's a first down on a 3rd down and 10. Complete to Darius Lassiter. Comes on the blitz from the right. Stepping up is Miller. Pressure. Vongpachan got him. The pass is incomplete as he flipped it right as he was going down. A deep drop, a setup screen, complete to Rex, 1st down and more. Into Southern Utah territory. Stays on his feet, runs through a tackle to the 40-yard line and beyond. They'll motion Fakahua from right to left. Stop him at tackle left. Keaton Slovis, a throwback. Rex makes the catch, makes the dive, has the score. Touchdown, Cougars! Rise and shout! The Cougars make it 6-3 with 1:03 to go in quarter number 1. Motion man to the backfield. The handoff goes Lamson middle, and not much there. In fact, he's stacked up almost immediately. Zone 28, Miller in the pocket, pressure, hit as he throws, and the ball floats and falls incomplete. BYU gets pressure and blocks it. The punt is blocked. It's off the fingertips and fallen on by the T-Birds at their own 35-yard line. But BYU will take over in excellent field position. And LJ behind Slovis. They'll give it to Martin. Martin stiff arms one, runs through an ankle, runs through another tackle. What a run from LJ. 30, 25, 20. Oh, LJ Martin. The hand clap, the helmet high snap, the play fake. Keaton Slovis sets and fires and has Keanu Hill in the end zone for the touchdown. Rise and shout. The Cougars score 6 more and take the 12-3 lead with 12:36 to go in quarter number 2. Trips to the wide side, right side. The handoff comes left though to Braden Whistler, and Whistler's wrapped up for no gain to his left. 3rd down 15, and they'll play it safe and run Whistler middle, and man alive. Lowering the boom was Ben Bywater up top. They need a single yard. They're in pistol with Deion Smith, the tailback. A quick throw to the far side, complete to Fakahua for a 1st down. There's the hand clap. You hear it. Helmet high snap, straight back drop. Keaton sets, guns, near sideline. Catch made by Parker Kingston for a 1st down and plenty more. Left is Lassiter. High snap. Keaton a half bobble. A back screen, a back catch by Lassiter. Lassiter down the far boundary. Stays in bounds. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! Rise and shout! Darius Lassiter with his first touchdown as a Cougar. And what a play! In the gun, the hand clap, the belt high snap. And caught from behind is Freeman. Max Tooley trailing it from the backside and makes the stop for a loss on the play. 3rd and long coming up for Southern Utah. Pocket holds for Miller. Pass deflected and falls incomplete. Ball set far hash, T-Birds right to left. A play fake nod, a deep ball down the far side, and it is intercepted by the Cougars' Camden Garrett. Garrett with his first pick as a Cougar in front of Tim Patrick to turn it over and give the ball back to BYU. Keaton settling, looking middle, firing high. Oh, and a catch made Rex at the 50, the 40, the 30, the 20, running away from tacklers. 15, 10, down at the 5. 65 yards. Slovis to Rex. Tight formation left and right. A fly sweep give to Deion Smith. To the boundary, to the pylon, to the end zone. Touchdown. Rise and shout. And the first career touchdown for Deion Smith as a BYU Cougar. The Colorado transfer gets in for 6. As the gunner punt away, Rico hammered this one. Inside the 10, Bolingbroke makes the catch at the 1, and he's dropped there by Marcus McKenzie. And Martin with Slovis in the gun. Keaton will sprint to his left and throw in the left flat, complete to Keanu Hill. Another 1st down on a 4th down. A nod, a go, Lassiter, catch, 10-5, and 1st and goal forced out Darius Lassiter. Slovis gun. Keeps it, pulls it away from LJ, and saunters in for 6. Rise and shout! Keaton Slovis scores on the ground, and the Cougars make it 33-10 with the PAT pending. Wooden in for short motion from the wide left. The handoff middle. Whistler's has not had a lot to go to today, has he? He's just stacked up Max Tooley. He's in the back of his end zone. Gets it away, and no, that's a wobbler off the side of the foot. And may have hit a BYU player. It did. Now it stands a Utah player. The ball is loose, and the Cougs can't advance this. It wasn't Muff, but BYU's going to catch a break and get the ball out of all this. Aiden Robbins back in the game. He's left flat as Slovis steps up, throws on the run. He's got a man at the goal line. He's got a touchdown to Chase Roberts. Roberts got free. Slovis finds him, and it's rise and shout for 6 more. The Cougars make it 40-10 with the PAT pending. Throws back receiver screen to the right side, and BYU had that thing totally covered. Takes a shotgun snap just below the helmet. And that handoff goes for no gain to Jordan Jefferson. So BYU 41, Southern Utah 16. The Cougs go to 2-0.
This week.
We'll go ahead, we'll start with an opening statement, and then we'll have questions from the media.
Yep, really excited about this week. Obviously, happy about being 2-0 as a team, and excited about the competition that we've had so far and seeing the guys play. We're right where we wanted to be at this point. Obviously, there's some things that we can definitely improve on. Looking forward to improving from week 2 to week 3. Thought we made some improvement from week 1 to week 2. Doesn't get any easier. You know, we have a great team in Arkansas with a well-coached team. Really excited about the matchup. I mean, Sam Pittman's an amazing person and a great mentor and a great coach, and I like being around him. I'm looking forward to, talking with him before and after the game. But I think in terms of coaching, man, I just really admire what he's done and the way he leads. He's obviously a background of an O-line guy, so I know that they'll be really physical. We played against them last year, and they put up a lot of points on us, and they got the victory. And so we're looking for the rematch and going out to Arkansas and then going to enjoy this game and try to get ready for them. And the tough team, tons of talent, just like we saw last year. And doesn't hurt that they have a veteran quarterback returning that's big and strong. Can run and can throw. That combination with a running back that can run. They have a group of running backs that can run, a core of them, and then they have solid tight ends that can catch, can throw, that can catch in the pass game, and they can throw great blocks. And then you have big receivers. They have 3 receivers that basically they all have about 100 yards each in receiving yards. That's just one phase. The offense is really good and a well-coached team. Obviously, you got some new coaches there, but defense, you can see the same thing. Athletic team, tons of talent, and really looking forward to the matchup. But obviously, we're going to have to be at our best and looking forward to our guys getting there. It's week 3 now, so we're right at the swing of things with the season. It took forever to get here, but now that the season's here, it seems like it's going pretty quickly. So we're trying to relish all the moments and try to make some great experiences and great memories. And so hopefully we can get that done this weekend when we get out there in Arkansas. Looking forward to the matchup, though. So I'll take any questions you guys have.
Thanks, Coach. We'll start with a question from Bob Holt and then Thomas Murphy.
Hey, Kalani. I'm with the Arkansas Democrat Gazette. How you doing?
Doing great.
I was wanting to ask you about Cade, your new quarterback. What made you decide to target him in the portal? How's he fit in and played? And then what are you looking for maybe this week and moving forward?
Yeah, he's done a great job. I mean, when we looked into the portal, our quarterback we were hoping that would come back, but he he decided to enter the draft and got drafted. And we knew that we had a really good group of quarterbacks that are here. We just wanted to look into the portal and see if there's anyone that could bring some veteran leadership, and he was the right guy. And he fit our program, our culture perfectly, and then he happened to be a really good player. So that's been really good for us. I love coaching him and having him on this team, and he's a great leader for us. So it's been an honor for me to have him here. I just wish I had him, even longer, but we'll make the most of what we got, the time that we have left with him.
Go ahead, Thomas.
Yeah, hey, Coach. Tom Murphy, also with the Arkansas Democrat Gazette. How do you see Arkansas differently offensively this year with a new coordinator? And they've run for like 230 yards the last couple of seasons, but this year their run game hasn't gotten off to a start. What have you seen different about the way they're conducting their offense this year?
Well, I still see the same talent, the same physical O-line, the presence at the line of scrimmage, very capable runners. If you look at the first couple games, they're physical, they run, they can make big plays. But you combine that with a quarterback that can actually run himself, which is always deadly. And then he has a strong arm, he has next level arm, and you put that with big receivers, that's always going to be a problem. But looking in terms of their scheme, they can do a lot of different things. But I think maybe the game of football, there's not as many plays as there has been. I mean, I'm looking at it, the game goes pretty quickly. And so it's about being efficient with the plays that you have. And so I think every offense is probably going to be down a little bit with not as many possessions. And especially at the beginning of the year when people are still trying to figure out the timing. And there may be some teams that are trying to slow the clock down on purpose. And so I'm not really worried about the amount of plays. I'm just looking at how efficient they are and what they do play to play, and what I see is a really talented team. So, and that's offensively, defensively, and special teams. So it's going to be we have to be on top of our best games to compete in this one. And I feel really good about the preparation that we've had so far, and I feel good about the matchup.
Okay, now we'll have a question from Jared Lloyd and then Mitch Harper.
Kalani, we talked about this after the game Saturday, but I'm curious what your analysis is of the offensive line and what needs to improve going into this week.
Yeah, we're going to be fine. I mean, I have a lot of confidence in our players and our coaches, and when you evaluate everything, I think the job is to try to fix all the problems. But that's the game of football. Problems happen, but I feel really good about where we're at right now as a team. Looking at the film, Southern Utah had their mindset that they weren't going to allow us to run the ball as much as we wanted to, and so they crowded the box, and that's why the passing game was a lot more effective for us. So I'm glad that I talked about asking for balance, and we got the balance. If they want to do one thing and take it away, then we got an opportunity to do something else, and I thought that was a great game plan. There's obviously some miscues that I think we can fix, but it doesn't always come down to just the O-line.
Kalani, how much consideration are you and Roderick putting into changing offensive personnel this week in an effort to create more success on the ground this week and in the weeks to come?
Yeah, I think that all goes, there's a lot of things that you can do to change it up. Again, if a team wants to take away something, then they can defensively. We'll just have to make them pay the other ways, and that's what Southern Utah was planning to do, is take away the run game. They put their safeties in the box, unaccounted for as far as the blocking scheme goes, and so guys that were supposed to be playing deep or playing and making hits at the line of scrimmage, you have to make them pay. And we can react on what they're giving us and what we're seeing, or we can just keep banging our head against the wall and forcing it. But eventually, when it was time to make some plays, we found ways to get the points on the board. We got 41 points on the board, and that's what we're looking for. So I'm pleased with that. I don't think the game was ever in question when we were getting things rolling, and so it was a good opportunity for us to put some young guys in the game as well and try to get some things corrected. But every time after the game, that's my job, is to look at, okay, what can we do differently? When I'm looking at the numbers, it tells a different story than what I'm seeing on film. I know we have very capable players and we have very capable coaches. Feel really good about what we're doing, but we're 2-0, feeling good about everything. We'll build on the momentum and the foundation that we set, and we've seen our guys respond better. And we've had games where we can run the ball better than we throw, and games where it's really balanced. All I care about is putting points on the board, and that's what we're going to focus on.
All right, next up we've got Jake Hatch, then Darnell Dixon.
Yeah, Kalani, in terms of the passing game on Saturday, do you feel like that's what you want it to be week in and week out, or would you like to still see more improvement from the passing game?
Yeah, we can see improvement in every area. I mean, that's in all three phases. So if you're talking about the passing game completely, it's just, we had one interception, and they came off of a mistake on pass protection. So they got a hit on the quarterback, and it turned into an interception. If you go and watch that play, it could have been a big play the other way. Going possibly for a touchdown. So obviously, give our quarterback a little bit more time, and he can make that throw. And that's the game of football. There's things that you want to do better. We can always improve in a lot of different areas. Passing game, whether it's the routes or catching the ball, it wasn't like everything was perfect either. We had a couple mistakes in the routes and even a drop ball. So I like the effort. I like the energy from our guys. We'll build off of that. The stuff that we can fix are very fixable things, and then that could be fixed by today.
Kalani, as an independent, your program's traveled all over the country. Now you're a Big 12 team. You're headed out on your first road trip. What conversations have you had maybe with your sports scientists, and what kind of preparation do you think it'll take to adjust to this new travel?
Well, they took into account even the travel and the intensity of our practices week to week. And so obviously last week wasn't the same type of practices that we had the first week. And so we do things, it's all connected, what we do in the weight room, what we do with conditioning, and what we do in practice. And so, it's the science is there, and it's been working really well for us. So we'll keep working with that. In terms of travel, we've got great feedback on how to handle the travel, how to get out there, and when to do our workout, when to do our walkthrough. Our nutrition, all that stuff will play into it. We're looking forward to the kickoff and looking forward to the travel. We've been at home. We love being at home, but it's also great to go see our fans in other places and go out to Arkansas and see our fans out there as well.
Okay, next up, Kevin Reynolds, and then we'll go Bob Holt.
Hey, Kalani, I wanted to ask you about Camden Garrett. When he entered the transfer portal, was he somebody that you and Jay Hill kind of prioritized and talked about? And out of high school, do you think he was maybe under-recruited because of his size?
Yeah, definitely under-recruited, looking at what he's done in his career. And when he went to the portal, of course, I mean, Jay knows him. He came here, he knows our defense, and so that was always helpful. And then he's a big playmaker. He's a physical player, developed, did a great job with his development in terms of learning the game and understanding the scheme and technique. And he's just a great technician. But I like the way that he takes the field. He's a true professional. So just really happy he's on our team, and a great teammate to our players, and he helps drive the culture.
Kalani, Bob Holt, Arkansas Democrat Gazette again. You've got an Arkansas player, or a player from Arkansas, I guess I should say, on your roster with Caden Hawes. I know he played against the Hogs last year. How's he been playing for you? What would you say about his career, and how big a deal do you think it is for him to not just play Arkansas, but play in his home state?
Yeah, he's excited about going home. We've talked about this before, and he knows a lot of guys on the roster, so he's excited about being out that way, and we're happy for him. I think he'll get a lot of tickets, for his family and friends, but he's looking forward to this matchup. I know that just the connection that he has to the state of Arkansas, he's really fired up for it. He's been playing really well for us, and he's looking really nice. He had to battle some injuries, but he's looking really, really good right now, and I like the way that he's being physical at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a great matchup against the Arkansas O-line.
Thanks.
Awesome. We've got a few more questions from Jared, Jake, and then Mitch. Go ahead, Jared.
On a third down, brought some pressure on some third and longs. They were able to pick it up and then get the conversions. What do you look at that? Those are obviously big plays when you can get off the field. How do you look at that and evaluate it?
Yeah, there's some things that we could fix. I mean, I just like the aggressiveness of it, and And that probably more in the second half was more of an issue. I thought we got some great reps for our younger guys on defense. They gave up a touchdown, but came out and were able to get a stop the next series. So we needed those reps for the development of our players and our younger guys. We need those reps and needed those lessons. And so sometimes the blitz was a little bit late, and times they didn't run the right blitz or had wrong technique and coverage. But I think they're going to learn their lessons now from watching it. They seem to learn it from the first series to the next. So the fact that they were able to learn it that quickly, I imagine that the learning process will be even better when they see it on film and when Jay gets a hold of them. So that's going to be it's a great moment for them, and great for them to get on the field. But I think it's going to be really valuable for us down the road.
Kalani, you mentioned the fact that in your opening statement that you're where you want to be as a football program. What are the next steps in your mind as you go to Arkansas this week?
I think we don't need to make this any more complex than it is. We need to get ready for Arkansas, learn from the lessons and things that we can improve on from week 1 and week 2. Try not to make the same mistakes again, right? Because that happened a couple times, and so find ways to put ourselves in better position to have success. And a lot of those are whether it's just a better focus from the players, better attention to detail by the coaches, all those things. This is the program. We do everything together. So we're trying to find ways to improve, trying to find ways to get better as a group. Nobody should be feeling comfortable where they think they've arrived, and that includes me as a head coach. But we are 2-0, and we are sitting in a position now where we're going out to visit Arkansas and play this game, and I think the focus now needs to be on them. A really great team with tons of talent. We're going into an environment that we haven't seen yet this year, meaning being on the road. How we handle the travel, how we handle the attention to details, the focus, all that stuff will come down to our coaches and our players, everybody doing their job. And I'm looking forward to that. It's just going to be a lot of fun. I just want the guys to let loose and just go have a lot of fun this weekend, and we'll see what the results show. But I know how Sam Pittman is as a coach, and I know he'll have his guys ready, which for me gives us a higher sense of urgency to make sure that we're ready by the time we get out there.
With nearly 60 new players on the team this year, Kalani, and so many new coaches, is the revenge factor even a thing going into this week in the rematch against Arkansas?
Man, revenge can only get you so far. You know what I mean? I think the key for us is to keep things more simple than that. It's like there's not. I mean, the fans probably weren't happy about that game, obviously, but for our players, it's like this is a whole separate deal, and I think that's the way we got to keep it. Just focus on what's the task at hand, and that's making sure we do our part to be ready. Go out there, scout them out, and watch them on film. They're very impressive. And then when we get through this, make sure that we're committed to being physical, because I know they will be. And then let's see what happens. Man. I really look forward to this game and trying to find ways that we can become a better program and a better team from this experience. I just want to make sure that we're ready, that we do all our jobs as a head coach and our assistants from Monday to Friday and even Saturday day before kickoff.
Okay, Coach, I just got 2 questions left for you. We'll go Jay Drew and then Bob Holt again.
Kalani, through 2 games, what's your assessment of your pass rush and your defense's ability to get disruption?
I think we're getting disruption. We're getting turnovers. We're getting hits on the quarterback. I think offenses are being really smart by trying to get rid of the ball quickly, so they can test our coverage. But yeah, I think there's different ways to disrupt it. If you're talking about sacks specifically, we could be better at that. I mean, let's not sugarcoat it. But I like the stuff that we're doing. The sacks will come, but I like interceptions more than sacks. As long as we're getting pressure on the quarterback, causing some errant throws, causing some indecision, I think that'll be really good for us. And we just got to be patient with what we get and what we're able to force. But again, if we're gonna try to get to the quarterback, we need to make sure everybody's lined up right, that we're all doing our job, our 111th, and that even means the guys blitzing the quarterback. Get to him and find ways to disrupt. So, in terms of just that one category of sacks, Jay, which I think you're asking, it could be better, and it will be.
Yeah, Kalani, obviously BYU's had a great program for a long time. This is your first year in the Big 12. Is there any different vibe for you guys being a Big 12 team? And then I'm also thinking this is probably your first time to ever coach your game or be at a game at Arkansas. Am I right about that?
Yep, first time in Arkansas. Looking forward to it. In terms of Big 12, there's a lot of energy, a lot of excitement, and that's our fans and our players. I'm excited about it too. I mean, we know that we have a conference to play for, a conference to represent. We love the partners that we're involved with, the teams that I've met all the head coaches and met quite a few of their players at Media Day. Just really impressed with everyone in the Big 12. So we're happy to be part of that conference and looking forward to representing this weekend against a quality SEC team like Arkansas. So the matchup's going to be a lot of fun. This is going to be great because the players know who Arkansas is. They know the brand. And, man, we're excited to be out there and see our fans out there representing.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Appreciate it.
Awesome.
We're good?
Thanks, Coach. That's all the questions for today.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Okay, next up we've got wide receiver Chase Roberts. So if you have questions for him, go ahead. You can start raising your hand now. Hi, Chase. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good, thanks.
Good.
Okay, we're going to start with some questions. Let's go Bob Holt and then Jared Lloyd.
Hey, thanks. Hey, man, I'm from the Arkansas Democrat Gazette.
Awesome.
Yeah, thanks. If you want to subscribe, arkansasonline.com.
There you go.
Hey, as far as Caden being your new quarterback, how do you think he's doing? How do you like playing with him? What's he bringing to the table for y'all?
The kid's so awesome. We've been best friends ever since he arrived here, and when it came game time, we were set to go win some games, and it was fun to get to know him and do some things in the off season. But really, we're here to win games, and being able to connect on some passes and to see him perform so well is awesome. It's an honor, and it's love being on the field with him. He's a great kid and a great player.
Chase, Kalani was just talking about how SUU wanted to stuff the box, and that left a lot of opportunities. Keaton talked about it after the game as well. What's that like when you see a defense have that approach, trying to take the run game away and knowing that, hey, there's going to be some big plays available for you on the outside? I
mean, we always want to be dynamic on every side of the ball, every aspect, run game, pass game. When they stack the box, we're going to throw it. When they don't, we're still going to throw it, and we're going to run the ball as well. So we always want to be, a threat at every position, at every place, and we have the guys to do that. And we showed that against SUU that we can pass the ball, and you'll see that we can run the ball as well. So we're excited to keep going.
Okay, we'll go Darnell and then Jake Hatch.
I know you guys love playing at home, but this is your first road trip to Arkansas, and then you've got some Big 12 places you've probably never been to play. How do you and your teammates kind of view this opportunity to travel and represent BYU?
Oh, we're so excited. I feel like anywhere we go, whether it's SEC, Big 12, whatever it is, we want to show who BYU football is and represent the brand. We know what we represent and who we represent, and so we're excited to just go out and again compete. We're a tough team, and I think every other team knows that as well, and so we're just gonna go do our thing and take it one game at a time.
Nice. You guys had actually a pretty good day offensively a year ago in this game against Arkansas. The defense obviously had their own issues. How confident are you that you guys can move the ball Saturday like you did a year ago?
I mean, we're always confident. We trust in Coach Roderick and his play calling. and we trust in our guys. You know, we put the right guys out there in the right moments, and we're all there to make plays and to score touchdowns. So this week we're gonna prepare the best way we can to go put up some points, and then let the defense do their thing. And if we do that and just stick to the fundamentals, then the outcome's gonna be, you know, something that we want. So we're excited.
All right, go ahead, Bob, and then Jared.
Okay, sorry, I'm having trouble keeping up. Sure. Hey, Jace, you know, I don't know if you got much time to watch film yet, Arkansas. You obviously just played a couple days ago, but their secondary's gone over quite a turnover. If you've been able to watch film or watch them play at all, just wonder what your thoughts were on their secondary.
Yeah, I've been definitely been watching them. And they're really aggressive and fast and big. You know, the corners that they have are tall and long, so it's going to be a new challenge. But I feel like our guys are also tall, we're long, we're fast, and we're going to be able to. It's going to be a battle, but I feel like as we just compete and do our thing, then we'll put up some points. So we're excited to play a great team like Arkansas, and but we're just going to, you know, focus on doing our thing.
Chase, I wanted to ask you a philosophy question. Sometimes on those,
Okay.
Those swing passes, you're kept in to block, you know, and you're blocking linebackers or safeties or DBs. And other times it's kind of more of a deception thing where you're trying to run them off, get them out of there. What's the difference as a receiver between the two philosophies as far as, you know, to try and attack a defense?
I feel like you really need to understand their tendencies and the coverages that they run in certain situations. And that comes down to watching film as a team and really getting deep into film on your own. The time that you put in, you know, to build that confidence. And Coach Fessy always tells us, you know, you earn the right to be proud and confident come game time. And that comes not only at practice, but, you know, in the film room, getting with Keaton and getting with the guys and understanding, okay, this is their tendency on third downs. Are we going to run off, or are we going to stick to our blocks? And it just comes down to putting in the time, putting in the effort, and then come game time being confident.
That a fun chess, man.
Exactly. Exactly. We love chess.
Yeah, let's go. Jake, Mitch, and then Bob.
Yeah, Chase, we heard Kalani say post-game that he expects to have Cody Epps back this week. How much better will he make you guys if he does make his debut this week?
Cody Epps is a great player. And whenever he's on the field, he does something dynamic. He does something that changes the game. So whether he's out there, and which he will be this week, we expect, he's going to make some plays, and he's going to be an asset to the team.
Chase, we saw a lot of throws from Keaton this past Saturday where it seemed like there's a lot of velocity behind his passes. Have you ever caught passes from a quarterback with so much velocity like Slovis has?
I think back in high school kind of prepared me. I had a quarterback, Bronson Barron, who would zip it, and I think he's at Western Kentucky now. But he would zip the ball, and it kind of prepared me for Keaton's ball and how he zips it. And I mean, Jaron zipped it as well. So as a receiver, just got to catch the ball, whether it's coming 100 miles an hour or floating in there. So just focus on catching it.
Hey, I know you're on the other side of the ball, but you know, Hayden Haws is sorry, messing up his name. Caden Haws.
Yeah.
He's a Little Rock kid. Do you know him very well? I mean, I know you know all your teammates, but how well do you know him, and how excited do you think he is to come back to his home state and play?
No, I'm sure he's really excited. Me and Caden are really close. It's been fun to get to know him, and he's such a humble and an amazing dude. Grateful for his leadership on this team and the way he plays. And I'm excited to, you know, I bet he's excited to go play in Arkansas. And we're going to be right beside him, and going to take it to the Razorbacks.
Has he told you guys what a hog call is?
I don't think he has yet. I'll have to ask him today.
Okay.
I'll have to ask.
Hey, Chase, I'll have one last question from
Okay.
Jay Drew.
Awesome.
Hey, Chase, I wanted to ask you about Darius Lassiter.
Okay.
Obviously, he got the touchdown the other day. What kind of teammate is he? What has he kind of brought to the receivers room?
The two transfers, Darius and Keelan, have brought so much personality and so much talent to the team, especially on offense. And I don't think they realize how much of an asset they are to this offense on the field and off the field. So grateful for them and how hard they've worked. They really put in the work this offseason and during fall camp. And it was so awesome to see Darius make a play and go score a touchdown on Saturday. So we're excited to see what they both of them, Darius and Keelan, do in these upcoming games.
Awesome. Thanks, Chase. That's all the questions for today.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, next up, we've got Keanu Hill. If you have questions for Keanu, go ahead, start raising your hand now. Hey, Keanu, how's it going?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good, thank you. Okay, let's jump right into questions. We've got Jared Lloyd and then Darnell Dixon.
Keanu, how nice was it to get back on that field, get that TD pass last week?
Oh, it felt amazing, man. Just to be out there with the guys again, man. It just felt so good running around, having fun out there with them. So it felt great.
What's your favorite part of a road trip? I know you've been on some independent program. You guys went all over. Now you're Big 12. You got some new places. What do you like about going on the road?
I just think bonding with more of my teammates. I feel like going out there, talking to teammates that I haven't really got to know as much, just trying to pick their brains and stuff like that just to get to know them. And then on top of that, just going out there and just having fun, especially. It's always great to get out there and just enjoy the moment, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't get this type of moment, so just going out there, just treatment and just other things like that, just enjoying the moment.
Do you get to pick your own roommates, or do you actually?
Nah, we don't get to pick our own roommates, but I'm with Chase Roberts, so it's always a fun time. So.
Okay, go ahead, Mitch Harper and then Bob Holt.
Yeah, I know this is your fifth year, I believe, in the program. You've had some pretty talented quarterbacks throwing the ball to you. What's, from your perspective, maybe the biggest difference, being in this offense with Keaton compared to with Zach and Jaron in the past?
I think he's come from multiple other programs and stuff like that. So just his knowledge and all the things he's seen beforehand, with other teams. I know he's been with Pitt and USC. Just his knowledge and his leadership as well too. Just coming from great programs and coming here to another great program just really shows us a lot of his leadership and his knowledge of the game.
Go ahead, Bob.
Hey, Ken, I'm with the Arkansas Democrat Gazette. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm okay. I wanted to ask you about Keaton, too. I mean, sometimes when a guy comes in and he's new, it takes him a while to fit in, especially when he's, quarterback and natural leadership role. How do you think he's handled that part of it? And just physically, what do you like about his game?
Oh, he's handled it great. Just coming in just to get to know everybody that he hasn't met before. He came on his official visit and stuff like that. But yeah, he's done great. Just get to know everybody in the locker room, even his weapons that he has, on offense and stuff like that. But not just that, just even on the defensive side. And your other question was his physical aspect, you said?
Yeah, I mean, what makes him a good quarterback in your mind?
I would say, like I said with Mitch, I just think his knowledge of the game. He's been playing good teams all his time in the collegiate level, I say. So just his knowledge and what he brings, he's seen a lot of things and things that we haven't seen before. So I would say his knowledge and mainly his knowledge.
Thanks.
Next, we'll have Jake Hatch, then Jay Drew.
Yeah, I know if I'm not mistaken, your dad had a chance before Arkansas left for the SEC to play against the Razorbacks when he was at Texas Tech. Has he talked to you about playing the Razorbacks at all?
Nah, he just really just tells me about just going in there and doing my thing. He knows my strengths and everything like that. He'll call me throughout the week and be like, what coverage they running, what are they doing here, yada yada and stuff like that. But yeah, he just really just wants me to focus on doing things that I know I could do and my ability to do. So.
Hey, Keanu, my question's related. You obviously from Texas, right there near Arkansas. When the word Arkansas is brought up, what is their brand? What comes to mind in your mind with what the Razorbacks have?
I just think they're a very physical team, just in general and all around. You know, they're coming from the SEC, you know, where they play like Bama, Georgia, and all them boys. So like just being very physical and being very sound, especially with their defense. You know they do a lot of twisting and turning and stuff like that, bring a lot of stunts and everything like that. But you know they got a new DC this year, so you know I'm pretty sure they're very confident and very stacked up of what they have right now. So.
Okay, go ahead, Jared, and then Bob.
Can I ask Chase about this, about the philosophy regarding, what it's like as a receiver to either be running a guy off on one of those swing plays or blocking? Do you have a preference? Do you like the deception of trying to convince somebody you're running a route, or do you like to just hit somebody?
I just think for me, it's all about like how their body language is and where their eyes are. You know, I really look at those when it comes to things like. If their eyes are inside, I know it's like he's waiting. He's not looking at me, so I gotta like prepare to get ready to block. And if his eyes are on me, I know I'm confident to just run him off and just get him out of there. So.
Hey, Keanu, I know BYU's been good for a long time, played a lot of big-time games, but you guys are first-year Big 12 members. You're going to play the SEC. You know, 2 Power 5 conferences going at it. Kind of, is there a different vibe being a Big 12 team and going on the road to play an SEC team, or just kind of how do y'all approach that?
I just think we just take it as another game, you know, even though it is the SEC and like all the we're going down south and everything. I just think we just treat it as another game, you know, just take film room as even as serious as we was taking like Southern Utah. So I don't think really much changed in that type of aspect, but just just sticking to our game and sticking to our plan and stuff like that. So.
Thanks.
Okay, I've got a couple more questions for you. We'll go Mitch Harper, then Darnell Dixon.
Yeah, I know your old teammate Puka went off yesterday. It seemed like he took the NFL world by surprise. I'm assuming that probably wasn't a big surprise to you guys that played with him.
No, not at all, man. We all know what Puka can do, man. All the things he's accomplished and while he was here, man. Just seeing him doing at the next level, just brings us even more excitement and more joy to see that for him, man. So yeah, I'm very happy for him.
Mitch stole my question, so I'm done.
Okay, looks like that's all the questions. Thanks, Keanu.
All right, appreciate y'all.
All right, next up, we've got defensive end Tyler Batty. Hi, Tyler. Thanks for being here. How are you?
Absolutely good. About yourself?
Good, thank you. Okay, we'll jump right into some questions. Let's go, Jared Lloyd.
Tyler, I asked Kalani about this earlier, but I want to get your perspective. There were some third downs that I'm sure you guys were like, man, we should have got off the field. Some third and longs that they were able to convert last week. What did you look at? What do you see there? And, obviously those are going to be big plays in the coming weeks. You got to make them. So what needs to happen?
Yeah, absolutely. We just got to get home, right? Depending on the situation, whether they're running the ball, screens, drop back pass, any of those situations, we just have to we got to get home. So if we're pass rushing right, we just got to get to the quarterback, make sure to get him down. Don't let him get the ball out. Any other trickery, we just got to make sure we stop it. So yeah, like you said, we can get off the field.
Okay, we'll have a question from Bob Holt and then Jay Catch.
Hey, I'm with the Arkansas Democrat. Is that how you doing? Hey, you got a teammate from Arkansas, Caden Hawes. Just wondering, how's he? What's he bring to the table for you guys, and how excited do you think he is to come back and play in his home state?
Yeah, absolutely. Caden, me and Caden are really close. Our entire time together here at BYU. He played a little bit on the offensive line, and then he joined us on the D line. So I know Caden's really excited to come home and play there. I know that'll mean a lot to him. Just of course, like you said, being from Arkansas and just having a love growing up watching the Razorbacks play, right? And so I know he's really excited to come back and play, and also, like you mentioned, he's gonna play a big role for us. He's always held it down in the middle for us, and will continue to do so.
Is there something in particular you like about his game that makes him a tough interior lineman?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you said it. He's tough. That's one thing that Caden embraces, right? It's something he really wears on his shoulder. He's a tough, hard-nosed dude, and it shows when he plays, right? You can see that in how he plays. He gets after it, and yeah, he's a tough D lineman.
Thanks.
Tyler, you guys were on the receiving end of a pretty thorough beating last year against Arkansas. Is there a revenge factor at play? Are you confident you guys can change the result this year?
Yeah, honestly, we're just excited to go play Arkansas, right? Taking things one game at a time. Arkansas is next up on the schedule, and so we're really excited for the opportunity to go out there and play. They've got a really good team, and we're just really looking forward to getting to play football again this weekend. So.
Go ahead, Jake.
Tyler, Kalani just told us that he likes interceptions more than sacks. What's your reaction to that?
That's too bad. That's too bad. That's, hey, teach their own, Maybe he was just, saying that to back someone up. I think down deep he likes sacks more. So.
On a more serious level, what is your assessment of the pass rush through 2 games?
It's got to be better. Yep, I think that's where we stand. I think we are. I think it's improved since last year, but through the first 2 games, I think it's. I definitely think it's something that we need to continue to work on.
All right, let's go Darnell, then Bob, and then Jake.
And Tyler, what kind of mindset do you take when you go on the road to be successful, to make sure you're prepared for all the different things that go on while you're out there?
Yeah, it's just another week of football, right? We have came through fall camp. We've played now the first 2 games of the season in preparation leading up to that, traveling. At the end of the day, we're going out there to play football. And so, as long as you keep that as your main focus and that's what you're paying attention to and locked into, you go out there and you step on the field as if it were your home field and you just play football, right? So that's the mindset I would take into any of our away games.
Do you feel like there's more or less distractions on the road?
Depends, it really does. And I think it also depends on how much you let, maybe some of that outside noise affect you. I think there's probably more opportunities for distractions on the road, than being here at home, right? But I think it really just comes down to, whether or not you let those affect you.
Go ahead, Bob.
Thanks. Hey, Tyler, I was wondering what your recollections are of playing against KJ Jefferson. Arkansas was about 250-pound quarterback. I remember that play where it looked like you guys had him down, and believe me, he's done this to other folks too. You're the only ones. But he broke free, and then he hit the tight end for a pretty big gain. What do you remember about him? Just a guy who's that physical as a quarterback. What do you think about that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you hit it right on the head. He's a big physical quarterback, and that's a challenge that we're really excited to be able to take on, and we're excited. At the end of the day, I think Arkansas is going to be really good competition, and I like you said, I think KJ's a really good quarterback. I would agree with that, and so we're just excited to have the opportunity to go to compete against him. Absolutely.
And that play I'm referencing, in the film room, do you guys remember watching that and going, oh, man, wow, how did he do that? Well, I'd say he's done it to other people.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there was some error on our side, and like you said, he's a big physical dude, and on that play, he got away from us. Believe me, I remember it vividly. I was the first one that got to him, so I remember it vividly.
Well, I'm not knocking you because, like I said, in the first game this year, a linebacker had a free shot at him, and he just bounced off him like he was a brick wall.
Yeah, he is a big physical quarterback, so we're excited for that.
Thanks,
Bob. Let's go, Jake.
Yeah, Tyler, it's a similar question I was going to ask you. How much more difficult is it to defend against a dual-threat quarterback like Jefferson versus a guy who's going to act more play from the pocket like maybe Justin Miller last week?
Yeah, it's something that you definitely have to be conscious of. You've got to be ready for him to take off and scramble, right, step up and and make plays with his legs. And so it's just something you've got to be aware of, right? As we're game planning and as we're playing, that he's gonna try to make plays with his legs, right? And not only that, there may be some designed QB runs, things of that nature. It's just, it's something you just got to be aware of and prepare for.
I also wanted to ask you, just in terms of this year versus last year, how much different, and I guess in a way more enjoyable, is this defense maybe versus the previous defenses you've played in?
Yeah, this year has been a lot of fun, right? We've seen, even again through these first two looks, I think everyone's seen a little bit different of an identity as a defense, and I really enjoy that. Just being aggressive, getting after it, guys rallying to the ball. It's been really fun to play in just a hard-nosed defense.
Okay, Tyler, we'll have one last question from Bob.
Hey, Tyler, appreciate your time, man. I want to ask you about your quarterback, Keaton. I'm facing him in practice, and I guess, seeing him in games and stuff. What's impressed you about him, and just what do you think he's brought to the table for y'all?
Yeah, absolutely. Keaton's a really smart quarterback, and he has the physical talent and ability to back it up, right? And so I think that's what makes him really good is he's played a lot of football, he's seen a lot of looks, and he knows the game inside and out. He's just a pro, honestly. He's really good. He just he can break things down, make the right reads, and deliver when he needs to. So it was challenging all through spring ball and fall camp playing against him because he is a really good quarterback, and I'm just excited for what the offense is going to be able to do this season.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Tyler. That's all the questions. Have a good day.
You too.